Screaming is gonna be loud.
Hey.
We are alive. We are alive. All right,
Oh
everybody,
my God!
stay
Thank you.
tuned. We are here live at
Uh,
NAB, day 2 for the Latin Exorcist here, mate. All right, my name is Alfredo Hernandez. I am the co-founder of this amazing horror screenwriters group. And to my right, I have the amazing, talented, beautiful, lovely Jose Chavez. Say
hey,
hello to
what's
you.
up? I'm still setting up lighting. Are we official now?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
As you can see now, our main beautiful head co-founder Ricardo Martinez is setting up lighting. Jose, do you have any commentary on Ricardo's productivity today?
Do I have any what?
Comment on his productivity.
Oh, he's being incredibly productive. Where he's getting everything done.
He's in the
today.
way.
He's in the way, but he's getting stuff done. And I'm in awe of Mr. Ricardo Martinez.
Woo! Uh huh.
And
Tell us more. Tell us more about Ricardo.
about Ricardo?
Tell me about his qualities that you love so
I
much.
love Ricardo. He's very passionate. He's a very social guy. He gets the connections for us. He's helped us work with Black Magic, and yeah, I mean he's the reason why we're at NAB. And yeah, we're just chilling. Ricardo's
Chillin' Bobillin'.
he's great at networking, and we love him very much here at Latin Exorcist. He is a integral core part to our group.
Woo!
And yeah, we're rocking and rolling, baby. Let's do this.
Let's do this. And I just want to say something to all our fans here who are waiting. We couldn't have done this without Ricardo Martinez. He is a fabulous colorist and editor who deserves a spotlight. Multiple highlights, multiple kisses, multiple hugs. I don't know what. All of a sudden, the copies are kidding me.
I love it.
Multiple kisses, multiple hugs.
I like seeing you, Alfredo, in the booth because this is where you try. Let's see some of your last Airbender moves.
Oh, the air scooter goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
But
it.
real talk, okay, if I'm honest with you, if I was a bender, I mean, I'm a Leo, so I'm a firebender already.
Okay.
But if I had to choose, it'd be a waterbender because blood bending. That is
wait,
like
because of what?
so blood bending.
Blood bending?
It's a subversion of water bending.
because
So
it's liquid.
it's water. That's all
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is. Yeah. And so that's the
So
idea.
that's in the show.
Yeah. It's
You
it's
can kill someone, or
huh?
you can kill someone.
You can control them. It's you can bend them to your will. And that's the key. And then the way that the writers created the concept was that when you bend someone's body, it hurts them physically, but it was too gruesome for a kid's show. But you hear the liquid in their body; it's kind of like oozing and like twisting.
Wow. See, that's brutal.
It's insane, dude.
I like that. I like that.
And so why that episode specifically is so powerful. It's because throughout the show you have one of the main characters, Katara. She is very appreciative of her culture, and it's an art form, and so that's her perspective on waterbending. It's beautiful, it flows, it's organic.
Yeah.
But then she's introduced to someone who was corrupted by the Fire Nation. And so, she completely like bends her level of thinking. She changes her level of thinking because now we're seeing a beautiful art form that she, adores and worships as a part of her culture. Since she's the only waterbender in her tribe,
Oh.
and someone perverts that idea, and so you have the older generation teaches her unwillingly because she had to save her friends, so she had to bloodbend her teacher and be cursed in that knowledge to now have it in her so that she could pass it on and use it in the war. And that was her intention. You should watch that episode, man. It's dark.
That's
For a
dark.
kid
That's
show?
brutal. I love it though.
Yeah, but you have to watch
Oh,
the show.
man.
Have you seen the show?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
As a writer,
You need to watch it.
you need to watch it.
What was I gonna say?
It's back to you. Camera's on you now.
Back to me.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it sounds. What are the like elements you can bend?
So it's very simple magic system. There aren't a lot of rules,
It's
and
water?
then the way that the writers have created the magic system is just through physics. So if the concepts are able to be adapted into real life, and we were able to waterbend, then it's able to be adapted into the show. So it's just you're able to airbend, and then the philosophy, the spirituality, and the physical elements of that. Waterbend, physical and spirituality, water, earth and fire. So,
and fire.
element-
I feel like I'd be an earthbender.
Yeah.
Even though
I mean, you're already an earth sign.
I would want, yeah, but I would want to do water too. Because I feel
Yeah.
like controlling water is
Yeah.
it'd be
Like
cool.
like steam.
Oh,
Yeah, see, because then you're able to phase water through the different, so
do the
it's solid,
water
liquid,
and the
gas.
fire work together?
In certain elements, yeah. So
I feel like air and fire makes sense.
air and fire, because you can take out the oxygen out of the
you can just
fire.
burn it.
Yeah, then in firebend you're able to take off heat. So that's sort of a subset of like it's kind of like they're all intersect. And then the final season you realize that all four elements are sort of in a way conjoined through energy because they're all different forms of energy.
Rick's gonna knock that thing right down.
He's gonna hurt me. He's
Rick
gonna
almost
saw.
had a huge
Dude,
accident.
it's like literally right on my face. Guys, can you see this? This is like a murder about to happen. He's just like,
You okay?
no, but you were about to like hit me.
Oh my God.
It was like right here, and I was like,
my
oh, this
God.
is cute. I mean, Rembrandt lighting, anyone? Triangle.
Rick, why don't you put it right there?
Yeah, he needs more of the light than I do. I mean, wait, hold on. Let me switch over to his camera. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Still working.
Well, Rick, we have half an hour left,
we're barely getting set up.
and we're barely getting by. Anything else? Any honorable horror movie mention? Do you want to go with that?
Well, did you watch Immaculate?
That was
No, you
yeah.
weren't a fan.
I was. I mean, it was I told Manny it was a Frankenstein movie where they took all these other nun movies and edit, paste it into one. And then the greatest scene I've ever seen, if I'm being honest, was the last like 5 minutes of the movie where she's just giving birth, she's screaming. You've seen it, right?
Crazy.
That was great. That was excellent.
That was
But
the best
is she a
part.
scream queen? That's the question.
I mean, that was intense, dude. I felt I gave her a lot of respect for that one. Like that was a sick ending.
Yeah.
Like, she went all out because it was uncut. That whole scene was uncut.
Yeah, no. It was
So
just
tracked
continuous.
That
It was
like a
continuous.
10-minute,
Yeah.
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 Which is cool. It's cool to see her do it. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was.
I
liked it.
Neon made a good decision. Neon made a good decision. They made money.
Scary. I'm
No.
gonna see the first Omen soon. So.
Oh, dude, why am I so? I haven't seen it. It's exciting.
I don't think it's
yeah.
come out yet, or maybe.
No, it's already
Oh,
out, and then there's like this alleged what's that? Oh my god, it's the tentacle alien movie where she has sex and then she has like a spiral moment, a long continuous shot in the subway. The Omen borrows from Possession. Yeah, they borrowed that, and Manny was like, it works.
Have you seen Possession?
Yes, I saw it a few months ago. I've
wild,
seen
right?
it came across all over my social. I'm not a good expert on horror, but I was like, hey, why not?
So that's where she borrows in Sydney's.
Yeah.
Borrows from.
Yeah, but did it work?
Yeah.
No.
Well, the screen part works.
Sure.
Yeah. But
She needs bigger lungs.
no, I
But she's a
liked
great
it.
actress.
That was powerful.
Sure.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're like screaming that.
She's almost there. She needs to practice that. Yeah. But I'm very excited for The Omen. And then what's that reality show, Late Night with the Devil?
I watched that. It was okay.
Oh, really?
It was okay.
What? Okay. What are your thoughts? Go.
It was.
Oh,
wasn't
Rick.
scary.
Now he's overexposed. FYI.
It wasn't scary, but yeah, I had fun with it, and special effects were all right.
What do you guys think about Sydney Sweeney and The Omen?
Oh, we're jumping
and,
around. Okay.
Well, I'm just asking the people in the chat, which is like
are people there?
there's like 2 people.
All right, people in the chat.
All right, 2 people.
Sydney Sweeney is great.
Feet.
I have a lot of respect for her after watching.
Feet.
Huh? Feet.
Feet. Because they branded her feet.
Oh, when they burn her?
Yeah, that was cool.
It was okay.
How dare you?
Yeah, I didn't care for like
I
the
didn't care.
twist or anything at the end. What the whole purpose was. I like the concept of it.
Yeah, absolutely. The trailer was great.
But
Late Night with the Devil.
Wait, hold on.
Late Night with the Devil.
Let's revert back because I want to know your thoughts on what you thought of Possession. Because it's blowing up now.
Oh yeah, it had a
referencing
resurgence.
it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was amazing. I mean, the practical effects for the time was great, but I was already invested just because the 2 characters and their failed marriage was already like captivating. And it was who was it? I'm thinking of what's his name? The British dude.
Sam Neill.
Yeah.
From Jurassic Park.
I had a crush.
He was young. He was very handsome.
But that's also the gay in me who's like obsessed with him.
Very handsome.
And here's that. You want to come in? Yeah. What up? You want to what?
Can you please cut to the other camera so I don't go on camera?
Oh. There we go. Yay.
What about him?
I'm just playing with it. Everybody's already seen him. It's so funny because he's overexposed. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Anyways, yeah, we're chilling, man.
Yeah, no, Possession was great.
I love
Loved
them.
it.
I watched Possession probably 15 years ago,
Oh, that's it?
and it was wild.
Lower the game on that one or the aperture. Close the aperture. For Jose. For Jose. He's too overexposed. As you were saying, Jose?
No, I mean it was a wild watch, and now it's gained popularity, the movie, and I'm so happy that people are discovering this guy, this filmmaker, Zwanowski. I can't remember his name.
Frankly, Mr. Sharkley87 says the first Omen was terrific, superior to Immaculate in every way.
Wow, I honestly I thought Immaculate was solid.
So it's to me? Oh, I am dark and I am brown
I
and
haven't
I'm
seen
absorbing
Omen yet,
light.
so I can't wait.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good, man. Yeah, Possession though, it's such a great movie. I'm so happy that people are watching it. It's so fucking bonkers. It makes me.
But why didn't you like Late Night with the Devil? You were like, it was all right. Like,
yeah,
it was
Late Night with the
doable.
Devil. It wasn't. It was very average in my opinion.
You think the aesthetic was just gimmick to get people to watch?
No,
Because
it's
there's
a
this
good
whole
gimmick.
nostalgia
It's a
factor?
good gimmick.
Yeah.
It's a little.
a good gimmick.
Yeah, well, it's like a found footage kind
Yeah,
of movie.
yeah.
I didn't necessarily love the beginning because it's like documentary style where they like it's like true Hollywood story.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I liked it. It was fun. It wasn't scary.
Okay. So it's just what? Some psychic girl who's very vulnerable gets possessed by the devil, then people in the audience die eventually.
No. Yeah, I wanted to get a little more bonkers. I wanted it to be like that.
Oh, just to let
Almost
loose?
Remember the scene in Remember the scene in Nope? Did you ever watch Nope?
Yeah.
So Nope, where the monkey goes crazy.
Oh, the monkey?
The monkey
Yeah.
like kills everyone.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of almost wanted. I'd almost.
Oh, you want to just go raw
like
and
if
just
that-
dive in
like,
and
if you want to see some crazy shit, just
yeah.
watch
So
it.
just change the structure of the cinematography and go from like multicam to like boom, like run and gun.
Yeah, it was, but it was.
Yeah.
It was a good like yeah, it was a good.
Yeah, but that would have been
concept.
predictable.
I just wish, and then the special effects were a little off.
Okay. What does
You're
that
working
mean?
With 70s grain,
Oh, okay.
and you can kind of with 70s grain, you can obscure a lot of things, and the effects just weren't that great.
Okay.
It's kind of what we were talking about on the podcast. What is it? What was it called? In love with the process.
The other night, yeah, that
in
one.
love with the process, where I'm not like loving the special effects lately.
Yeah.
They're just a little too cartoony.
Okay.
And a little it takes you out of it.
I see what
So
you're saying.
I almost would prefer finding ways to just do it practically. Like there are
Okay.
ways to do shit practically.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, I haven't
so-
seen it, and I hope it. I hope in my perspective proves you wrong, and I can come back with debate topics and say, hey, you know what, girl, you messed up. She was wrong.
All right, thank
She
you
was
guys
not
for
good.
taking time.
Okay,
sorry
so
about
it's okay, guys.
the
So
amount of
we
stress,
are.
but, yeah, we've just been going around setting up this live stream, and really stoked to be here. And obviously, I have to. It's our third day in Las Vegas, so like I have to be honest that the shades are going to come out because.
Oh, she's a diva now.
No, it's just
she's a diva. She's gonna be
we
cool.
were so lucky to be. We got invited to this like really cool. I mean, the reason why we're out here is the League of Filmmakers, right? Which is interesting. Like they actually have an Instagram they just launched at League of Filmmakers. But part of being sponsored by Black Magic means that we get to be like in this group of indie filmmakers out there that all like use Black Magic. And so we went to a party. Me and Jose went to a party. We sat next to, all these different other people that I'd actually seen like YouTubes of and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know we talk about horror a lot, but I'm just like stoked that one of the things I noticed about being in NAB this year, for the first time actually at all, is like how open, excited, enthusiastic people are for like our group, for Latinxes, for like horror, for Latino, for screenwriting, for a group that doesn't charge for screenwriting.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like a collective, like feeling in the industry that like maybe charging to review somebody's script is not necessarily the winning move all the time, right? Especially for indie filmmakers, right?
I mean, I get why certain companies do it, especially if it's a business model, because at the end of the day, I'm all for like labor, like work and labor. So pay your readers, give them health insurance. I understand that, But then if these reviewers are now relying on AI to write the reviews and stuff like that,
I mean,
that takes away from that work element. So then then why are you even getting paid at all? Like part of
Yeah.
it is writing stuff. Like nothing should be put into the AI machine in terms of like stuff like that. So there's a lot of controversy around it. But.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy, and honestly, like one of the things in our group, the reason why we've always been free is because of response to that. Almost is like to pay $160. Like I always think, like for Latinx, the reason why we started was to give the chance for people who can't be read to be read. You know, like the scripts, and then also like the idea that script writing, you get better when more people read your scripts.
Yeah,
you know, like ultimately.
And on top of that, when you submit a horror script, unless it's a genre festival, you're more likely going to get underlooked. Like no one's going to take it seriously. Yeah. I think I've heard the Nickel one.
The Nickel Fellowship?
Nickel, yeah. Like they barely acknowledge horror. Like maybe they have like a horror top 10, top 25 or something.
Yeah. Nickel Fellowship, if you want to talk to us, we're happy to help. You know, like we could
I mean, that's the thing. Like we can make a connection. We can that just goes to show that we need to have more we need to be able to take horror more seriously, especially because it's such a moneymaker. And we need to have more respect to it.
And and that's what we watch, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the other thing is like it all comes back to like what I like, what I want to watch, and you know I'm happy with other people having different interests. But when you have all the fellowships and programs that are out there, suppose like discovering filmmakers, lifting up emerging filmmakers, right? Like if you start like limiting that to one type of writing, now you're cutting out whole groups of people. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. And honestly, like, what are the movies and TV shows that are breaking records and getting all the ratings? It's not always, not always drama, right? I mean, like it's actually skewing away from drama and comedy and like coming of age. That doesn't mean that like there's not a new Seinfeld, not a new Broad City.
No, the new mandates have become a horror sci-fi genre. That's the new mandates across the board. That's becoming a trend now.
Yeah, I mean, genre is like what gets you to get in the theater. Like, only time I'm going to go see a movie is to go and see like something that's going to take me away. That's going to like, and that's when I buy the popcorn.
Take me away.
Yeah, and like honestly, like no, I love Stand By Me. I love like all these coming of age dramas, but like that's not what I'm writing right now, and they're not in competition with us.
Here's the thing that
we should
crazy.
Open those.
The crazy thing about horror too is like you can literally combine. You can combine Stand By Me with you can combine anything with horror. So you can make a Stand By. That's what
Stranger Things.
I mean, exactly.
Stranger Things
or Stranger Things. Like, so it's this idea where, and on top of it, you can like that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no respect when it comes to the genre because when you're acting in it, you get to really go through like the range of emotions as an actor. So like. Yes, you don't have to necessarily cast a big star, so you save money there, right? So that's a big point. A lot of people gain if the movie's great or it makes traction, you become an icon immediately from being the final girl or whatever. But it's like I think actors want to do horror because you can really let loose and like scream and
they let their demons out.
You get to play dead. Like a lot of people don't get to play dead. Like or that moment before you die. What is that like?
Well, cinema has a history of like, art has a history of the stuff that everybody watches, everybody pays attention to is looked down upon. Like art for the masses, like pop art, like pulp stuff, late night VHS video, late night movies, VHS movies, like all that stuff. There's always been this like. In a lot of art movements, not just film, but like there's like people that turn their nose up at the thing that everybody watches, and I can't name another genre that everybody watches as much as like horror, sci-fi, action movies, all this stuff. And it doesn't mean that those just because everybody watches it, it doesn't have the same level of artistry and work and as well.
And then if I can ask you guys something really quick, what is the first horror movie that ever made you feel like wow, or the first sci-fi movie that ever made you feel like wow? This can become something more, and I resonate with this genre.
I mean, I'll give you one if you want to think about yours first. Do you have one?
Yeah, go on.
I mean, the first one I saw probably was The Exorcist, because The Exorcist I was raised Catholic, so that movie affected me in the sense of like, oh wow, like this is wild. Like, talking about, and honestly, have you ever seen The Exorcist?
Yeah.
So that movie is incredibly grounded.
Yeah,
we had discussed this. That's probably the most grounded horror film because what Friedkin does
And,
is
and yet it has a little girl run down the stairs backwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, that's the uncut one, right? I think.
No, that's
that's
there.
part of the actual one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
it
that
was
was
the
the
uncut.
uncut
No,
part.
No. I mean,
and
it also
then-
has the demon figure that appears out of mist. But you
So-
believe it because it's
she's shanking herself.
But the idea behind the part that is the buildup, right? Because all the science, she's going through all of the tests, and nothing is getting figured out. So that's
Yeah.
what makes it so grounded, because they
No.
cannot figure out what is going on. A lot of people, I think, overlook that part
Okay.
because she's getting all of these tests. That's being incredibly grounded.
yeah.
Okay.
And then they're at their wits' end, and then that's when the crazy shit happens.
Oh, because they don't know what's wrong with her.
They don't know what's wrong with her, so they're doing all these tests.
And also the performances are really are very
Ellen Burstyn,
Ellen Burstyn,
yeah.
but also like there's
That's
there's
great.
there's handheld camera work, which makes it like a documentary feel. So I always debate with Alfredo about the grounded thing. Like, what the fuck is grounded? Sorry, I'm cursing. What the heck is grounded, right? Like, I mean, it's like grounded is a
Okay.
perspective.
Sure.
Everything can be grounded as
Okay.
long as it's motivated.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like everything's Incredibles is
Okay,
incredibly
let me
grounded.
rephrase that.
Sure.
It's taking away any supernatural.
You know what
sci-fi
grounded
element
means?
and setting it based on just a human perspective.
Well, that's
Everything is based on a human
you know
perspective.
What I mean, but you know,
No,
what?
I
It's
don't.
just based on interaction. There is no God, there is no Jesus, there is no demon. It's just the monsters are just you.
I hate to break it to you,
Yeah,
Alfredo,
yeah.
but we're little ants that are on a planet that's floating in
You
space.
think so?
Is that grounded?
Yeah.
We're literally floating
Yeah.
in orbit to a sun.
Yeah.
When
And-
you
and
say
this
grounded,
is-
that means that there's something up in the air. It's immediate.
It's
It's
literally
a
like-
distinction that you're making yourself, where you're separating some movies as this thing and some movies as that, and it's all just movies. Like,
No, but it's all
like-
just a mixture of everything. Else,
Yeah,
right?
but it's also like incredibly unbelievable that this woman would wear 21 bridal dresses, right? And then
that's
suddenly,
a great movie.
like, and it's a good
21
movie.
Dresses?
But like, how many rom-coms are completely unbelievable as
Yeah,
well?
absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
it is not a genre specific. Like, grounded is
Okay, aside
is a
from,
way to turn your nose up at some projects.
aside
and not other
aside
projects.
from horror, what is your definition of grounded? Like in a
Just
movie?
my definition. It's
In
just
a
simple.
movie.
It's just drop. I really. It goes back to the conversation of why I'm learning the other genres. But I just gravitate more towards dramas. So Nine Perfect Strangers, Pretty Little Lies, No Big Little Lies. So shows like that have nothing to do with any supernatural elements, which is funny enough ridiculous because I for some reason when it comes to filmmaking, just feature films, I don't like the idea of just two people sitting there talking. But when it comes to television and the way they expand the series and the development, that to me captivates me. So I thought, okay, great. So then what's the horror click for me? What is it that
Yeah.
I'm going to connect with?
But
And
wait,
so,
what's
but,
the-
but,
so-
but turning that into what I was talking to you about, grounded horror and horror.
Well, no.
Interpret
Hold on,
that.
real quick before you start.
Go
Before
for
you, what's a grounded anything? Give me what your ideal grounded is.
Okay.
What's your ideal grounded anything? Not
Oh,
horror,
like just in terms of storytelling?
just grounded. Yeah.
Okay. In terms of storytelling, it's like, again, it's the alcoholic father. And it's what we talked about the other night. It's
What's the movie?
What's the movie?
No, I don't know the movie. I can't.
So you don't have an example of the
I
grounded.
don't know. That's what I was asking you guys. I was like, what is
So-
the example? That's why I asked turn to you guys. What is
I
the
would-
example that you would
Well, we
I
were
would
even
suggest that you stop using the word grounded and start pointing at movies that you get
That's
taken
why I
out
asked,
of it.
That's why I asked
So
you guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say that in my view, I think what you're interpreting,
Mhm.
and I get it, because you want to ultimately explore stuff that's not supernatural.
Yeah.
Or like, I get that,
But
but
that's not
I
my
also
forte.
think. Like,
And he
what-
loves Alien, by the
what
way.
Ricardo is
She
saying,
loves Alien. It's like all this is like
what Ricardo is
I respect
saying
it for what it is.
is ultimately, and I kind of agree, like The Incredibles is grounded.
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
I think grounded can mean is authentic.
Mhm.
So you want them
Yeah.
to feel like they're
Motivated.
they're lived in. Like The Fifth Element
Yeah.
feels very grounded,
parts.
So then,
yeah,
how
yeah,
would
yeah,
you
yeah.
how would you interpret what I'm trying to say? That's
authentic. You
Authentic.
want,
No,
you want,
or
like,
motivated.
really, really authentic.
You want
real characters, gritty characters that are alcoholics, characters that have
Yeah.
human flaws, right? That have regrets in life.
yeah, because there's
That's
parts of
grounded.
Right.
That's because you're grounding your characters.
Right.
Yeah.
believable.
And in
You-
that
you-
sense,
You want to watch a movie where the
So
characters
it's
make
just a-
decisions.
It's just a drama. That's all it is.
No, it's not just a drum. That's what I'm trying to say is you can
It's-
watch
it
anything. You
has
just want the
l-
characters to respond in a motivated, believable
It has
way,
less
and
to-
you'll watch it. I'm sure you'll watch it.
it has less to do with the genre
Mhm.
and more to do with how the characters populate the world and sit in.
So then in the pitch,
Like-
you'd say just it's gritty. That's
gritty, yeah, gritty is a good one.
Gritty
Like
horror.
Blade Runner, original Blade Runner. Have you seen original Blade
I
Runner?
have not seen it.
Like that's a great example
Exactly,
of
yeah.
an incredibly grounded, noir, gritty, Like that world building is wild.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Wild.
it comes to performances. I mean, I think
Oh
you're
my
also
God.
I think you're also like you probably like most people can't stand really bad acting and like and so
Totally.
like well yeah, but really good acting can exist in
Yeah.
really weird movies. Like is Crash by David Cronenberg a grounded movie? I mean,
That movie's insane.
the
Oh
performances
my
are
God.
bizarre and great and amazing, and you're into
Oh
it.
my God.
But like the premise is so ridiculous, and then you realize that it's actually a real thing.
yeah,
Where if you don't know the premise of Crash,
Stranger Than Fiction.
Crash is it's an actual affliction that people
Well,
have.
it's based on a book too.
Yeah, but I'm not talking the Mike Figgis movie. I'm talking about Crash by Cronenberg is a movie based on people who are sexually turned on by car accidents.
J.G. Ballard. I think.
It's a real thing.
Yeah,
and so
the thrill of it all, the adrenaline.
but when you watch the movie, you're like, what is this? It's the most bizarre thing I've seen, and you're drawn to it. But it's he's explaining in the movie why they get there
I had
and what they're attracted to, and then he uses that explanation to take you to a far well. Incredibles is an animated movie that's incredibly grounded.
I love how we just went from Crash
Wait, can
to
I say my horror movie?
Incredibles. Amazing.
Go for it. No, promote. Go. We have 10 minutes.
Well, no,
FYI,
so-
about 5 minutes.
No. So what I want to say is, first off, I grew up in a household that didn't differentiate between Psycho, RoboCop, and Lethal Weapon.
Mhm.
Okay, I grew up in a household that was like, was it Uptown? What's the one? Jeffersons. We watched the Jeffersons, and then we watched the Twilight Zone, and then we watched Alfred Hitchcock. We didn't go like, oh, that's high art, and that's low art, and this is A24 classy, and
But
this
you were-
we just watched whatever was
Were
good.
you a cinema house, or was it more of like working class, films?
I've always been working class, and by the way,
Same.
if I ever make $10 million, we're still going to be working class because Guillermo del Toro, for example, drives around. He's made a point of telling people he drives around his kids in the same van, because you got to. I'm never gonna turn my nose up at a type of art
For
because
you,
some of the greatest artists have come from everywhere.
for you, who was the main like movie person? Was it your mom or dad?
Oh, both of them. Everybody loves movies. in my family.
No. But like,
No, but
the
literally
main-
they were
the
all.
main- the main-
No. My dad brought me to Alien 3. My dad brought me to Jurassic Park. My mom brought me to. My mom screened RoboCop with me. My dad showed me Rambo.
So it was
we
both.
love movies. We all
Okay.
love movies. But my dad skewed towards fantasy, towards not fantasy, big productions.
Oh, like blockbusters.
He wanted a show. He wanted to be entertained.
That makes sense.
He didn't want this like deep.
Drama.
My funniest thing was watching Leaving Las Vegas with my dad. And he was like sleeping, and I'm like, but then and then
So your mom was more into like the dramas kind of thing.
No, my mom was into everything, and I think my mom was more into horror, if I'm being honest, and thrillers. If she's watching now, moms, big ups to moms.
Hey,
Mom is
mom.
logged into one of the two, Instagram or YouTube.
Yeah, probably not. No, she
that's-
would if she knew. She doesn't know how to make the
Yeah,
Instagram
my
work
mom
sometimes.
would too, honestly.
Yeah,
Well,
my
my dad was the person who would like
my mom
we-
takes pictures like this, and it's just
amazing.
yeah. That's my mom. But then she's always like texting me. So sorry, I love mom.
Yeah,
Says,
my
can
dad
we
was-
talk
Wait,
about?
really quick. Before that, we have 4 more minutes.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
We should go. Let's go to 11.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We're gonna go a little bit later. Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing I would like to say, I'd like to spend some time on this live stream to shout out our members and the types of work that we like. I think because while we're here, we have this chance to be on the thing. Like, we often talk about like the highlights of the people, but also like if you guys can think of a screenplay that you really like of course, I mentioned like
Aiti from Marcos.
sorry.
Aiti from Marcos.
Yeah, that was.
You liked.
That was
I
a good
thought
story.
Aiiti's. Was it the last Aiiti? The last.
Airbender.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry, Marcos. But Marcos Soriano, a really talented writer, Dominican writer. I think it's Dominican.
Maggie is great.
Yeah, no,
Maggie Perez is great.
Maggie Torres,
Maggie Torres Rodriguez.
Torres Rodriguez,
She's
Eleni
awesome.
Rivera.
Lenny's awesome.
Yeah,
Jose
we miss you,
Natera.
Eleni. Come back anytime.
Jose Chavez, Ricardo Martinez.
Yeah. No, that's-
Where's your script, bro?
I know,
Brandon
where is my
Burkhart.
script?
I still talk about that Salvador Dali script. It's, they're always like, "What are you talking about this?" I'm like, "Dude, this could be a crazy ass project, like really good horror project." But then there's, Miguel Martinez, Mickey Martinez. We're still workshopping that script title, by the way, that we read, and then trying to think of another one. Oh, the Gemini Sisters for the really great pilot that Lisa and Gina. That pilot
Yeah,
that
that
they
pilot was
wrote,
great.
where they reimagined the Sherlock Holmes tale in a totally different twist to it. Yo,
What else?
I don't understand why that's not on TV already. You know, like what's some other ones? You got any highlights that you
Yeah,
want
we
to
have
pull
a
out?
lot of we have a lot of great writers in our group, and we're obviously looking for more. We workshop new writers. We prioritize new members.
Woo! New
So if you
members.
join our group, we'll put you at the top to get workshopped. Yeah, our next meeting is Saturday, the 27th
You know what? You know
at
what
11
script?
a.m.
You know what script we recently
So
read in the group?
so reach out to us, and yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking over
Yeah,
you.
you're good.
It just occurred to me. We recently read a script in our last, I think like two
In
meetings
two
ago.
months.
2 months ago, yeah.
And
January. Yeah.
what was that one about the mom that made a promise to her son,
Oh,
and then he was haunting her?
Annette Sanchez.
Oh, the
And
short
that-
film. No.
Annette Sanchez, I think.
I think it was
Annette
Annette, yeah,
Sanchez.
That was a good one. That's a good premise.
And that's the key. Also, I want to say is if you notice, like anybody watching this or us when we talk, like we remember the concept. Like
Yeah.
the concept is what stays with you the most in a script. So I think
Yeah.
oftentimes when script writing and reviews, they go through like third act and yada 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 and like all this other stuff. But like at the base of it, you need a strong concept.
Yeah, I think that's a great example too, because I will say that I think
Can you throw
we-
me my water? Let me
I
see if
think
I can-
we as writers we tend to cram
live on air, live.
Um,
Oh,
I think that we cram.
Yeah.
we're gonna have
Any
to,
last? Okay, guys.
we're gonna have to wrap up. It's been
We
real.
are
It's
going
been
to have to
amazing.
wrap up. We are having our last few minutes. We want to thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. But do you guys have any last one sentence final words? We'd really appreciate it. Starting with Jose, our founder.
Just thank you so much for participating and watching us grow, and please spread the word. We're just here to make connections with Hollywood. So, thank you.
Yeah. I would say like, hey, like we're doing it. Write scripts, send to us, talk to us. We want horror, we want sci-fi. We're gonna do it. We're gonna blow it up. Also, check out our podcast, Shared Nightmares at Shared Nightmares. Check us out here. Follow us. Check us out here. Follow us. Check out our podcast, Shared Nightmares, and we're looking for as many sponsorships as we can. Taco Bell, come find us.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our live stream. We really appreciate your support. Very grateful. Again, live here from NAB with Black Magic as a sponsor. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. And we'll talk to you soon.